Western Mass Emergency Net Berkshire section starts in 1 minute. Is there any business or does anyone need to use the repeater before I begin? Good morning. This is November 1, Papa Uniform Alpha, Paul in Lennoxdale, Mass. Net control station for the Western Mass Emergency Net Berkshire section. This net is part of the Amateur Radio Emergency Service in the National Traffic System of the ARRL. The purpose of the net is to pass traffic, conduct areas business, air announcements of interest to the amateur community, and answer any questions about areas, NTS, or other emergency communications topics. This net meets every Sunday morning at 0900 local time on the K1FFK repeater on Mount Greylock with a PL of 162.2. This is a directed net. Please do not break the net unless you have emergency or priority traffic. Please do not leave the net without informing net control. When checking in, please give your call phonetically and your power sources, battery, or commercial. Announcements and traffic will be handled first, followed by general check-ins using the first letter of your call suffix. I am now looking for stations with announcements or traffic. Please call now.
Here be November 1, Quebec Oscar Victor, N1PUA will be in Pittsfield running emergency generator power. I have no traffic for the net. Couple of announcements after check-ins, please. Paul.
Good morning and recognizing N1QOV. This is November 1, Papa Uniform Alpha, net control station for the Western Mass Emergency Net Berkshire section. Now looking for areas, NTS, or other officials. Please call now. Here is Kilo Bravo 1, Fox Tango, Scott. In Coleraine on commercial power, no traffic, Franklin County, Aries, OES. Here is Kilo Bravo 1, November Echo Kilo. Chris in Shelburne, Aries EC for Franklin County. Battery power, over. Good morning and recognizing KB1FFT and KB1NEK. Now looking for stations with or without traffic. First letter suffix Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, or Delta. Please call now. This Kilo, Charlie 1, Bravo, Delta Alpha, KC1, BDA, Russ and Ocam, running commercial power, generator backup, negative traffic. Good morning to the net. Good morning and recognizing KC1 BDA. Now looking for stations with or without traffic. First letter suffix Echo, Foxtrot, Golf, or Hotel. Please call now. This is Whiskey 1, Echo Romeo Fox, Tony, Pittsfield, Commercial Power. Good morning, Paul. Good morning to the net. This is Kilo Charlie 1, Echo Echo Echo, Brian, Florida, Mass, battery power, no traffic. Good morning to the net. morning and recognizing W1ERF and KC1EEE. Now looking for stations with or without traffic. First are suffix India, Juliet, Kilo, or Lima. Please call now.
Says Kilo Alpha 1, Kilo Tango Tango, KA1KTT, Dave and North Adams, battery powered, HD portable. Just want to wish everybody a happy Palm Sunday, first day of spring. And morning Paul, morning Ned.
Good morning and recognizing KA1KTT. Now looking for stations with or without traffic. First are suffix Mike, November, Oscar, or Papa. Please call now.
This is November 1, Mike Whiskey, Juliet Ellis, Battery, New Ashford. This is November 1, Tango Oscar Charlie, Russ from New Salem, Mass, solar panel power, in and out, please.
This is Kilo Bravo 1, November Bravo Alpha, Jerry in Pittsfield on commercial power. Negative traffic, good morning Paul, and to the rest of the net.
There is Whiskey Alpha 1, November Tango, India. Name is John, the QTH is in Northampton, and we are commercial.
Good morning and recognize N1, MWJ, N1TOC you may secure, KB1NBA, and WA1NTI. Now looking for stations with or without traffic. First on Suffolk, Quebec, Romeo, Sierra, Tango, or Uniform. Please call now.
K1FFK.
This is Whiskey 1 Tango Tango Tango. Dave, Hinsdale, commercial power, no traffic. Good morning and recognizing W1TTT. Now looking for stations with or without traffic. First are suffix Victor, Whiskey, X-Ray, Yankee, or Zulu. Please call now. This is Kilo Bravo 1, Zulu, November, Yankee. That's KB1ZNY. Bill, Lancaster, Mass. Running commercial power, no traffic. Good morning. Here is Kilo 2 Zulu Victor Lima van, Indian Lake, New York, running commercial power. Good morning, Paul. Good morning and recognizing KB1 is ZNY and K2ZVL. Obi, N1QOV, could we have your announcements, please?
Okay, thank you, Paul. N1QOV. Skywarn spotter training coming up the 26th of April at the Blandford Town Hall in Blandford, Mass. And tomorrow evening, being the third Monday of the month, Newcomers Roundtable, 7:30, 19:30. This repeater, always the first and third Mondays of the month, Newcomers Roundtable. Currently in Pittsfield, weather, fair skies, the sun is shining, wind out of the northeast at 7, wind chill 12, Looks like this big storm is not really going to happen. Chances of rain, snow. Yeah. So anyway. And Northern Berkshire Amateur Radio Club news. You can find us at the Northern Berkshire Amateur Radio Club.org website. Next meeting of the club, March 27th, 7 p.m., Berkshire Humane Society Building, 214 Berk Road in Pittsfield. And you can also find information on joining the club. Anyway, I guess that's it. Back to nets. N1PUA.
And thank you, Obi. This is November 1, Papa Uniform Alpha, Net Control Station for the Western Mass Emergency Net Berkshire section. Now looking for any and all stations that wish to join the net. Please call now.
This is Kilo Charlie 1, Bravo Yankee Delta, Rich in Lennox. Battery power, no traffic. Good morning.
Good morning and recognizing KC1 and BYD. Any other stations this morning? Whiskey 1 Kilo Romeo X-ray. Name is Greg, Baltonville, Massachusetts. We're on battery solar power. And good morning and recognizing W1KRX. Any further check-ins? Any further business for the net before we close? Hearing nothing, the Western Mass Emergency Net Berkshire section thanks Northern Berkshire Image Radio Club for the use of the K1FFK repeater. I will return the repeater to regular use to close the net. Thank Obi for his announcements. Those who joined me this morning and those who stood by while the net was being conducted. We are now secure, give or take 0912. This is November 1, Papa, Uniform Alpha Clear, 7-3.
K2ZVL, K2ZVL, K1KTT. You still here, man? Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, man, I just want to mention there that you had a good signal there on 80 meters there today. I think I actually saw you peak 10 over. Yeah, it sounded like the band was in pretty good shape. Yeah, with the time change in there, I get on the BBC there before Breakfast Club, and that's on 3.973 there, and wee hours in the morning, and boy, the conditions aren't that good down there. We have a solar flare, I think, last couple of days or something, and it's over with. Yeah, it must have been because I don't know. I didn't look, but 40's been horrible for the last couple of days. Well, even 17 meters here yesterday. I was down there right around 1 o'clock or something there. Geez, hard to get anybody on there. Then I heard a golf station in there, and I try to get back to him. 1 second he's in, and the other second he's out there. I mean, I haven't got a beam or anything like that, but yeah, I'd say the conditions haven't been that great. But boy, this morning here, I says 80 was in pretty good shape, and also, yeah, boy, it sounds like it was a little chilly up your place there in the wee hours there. You must have have a heavy frost. Oh yeah, everything's white out there. Well, the sun's up now, so it's burning it off a little bit, but it's still only 19 degrees. So, any place the sun isn't hitting, there's still a lot of frost. But yeah, we had 8.5 degrees. Was the morning cold, morning low. I thought it was nippy here at 17. I don't have an outside weather gauge out there. I don't have that out there, but anyways, I get that off of the N1PUA weather radio. I get quite a few of them here with 162.425, and then there's actually 162.400, sometimes 162.425, Southern Vermont, and between there and 162.55. I get the 162.525 out there in New Hampshire. Towards that way out there, since the Greylock one is off the air, I get that out there. I think last I heard it was south and east. I was going to get the storm, like the coast of Maine out towards Cape Cod and the coast of Rhode Island is what I heard of the storm. But I guess it is what it is. They had us all worried here. The market was a lot of people there yesterday.
Yeah, I guess that's just going to skirt, like you said, it's going to hit the Cape and maybe up into Maine a little bit. The main bulk of it's going to be out to sea, so that's going to be pretty good. I guess it could be some pretty good snow in that thing, but it's going to miss the landfall, that's for sure.
Kind of a little late in the season, I think, to get a nor'eastern. I'd say. I mean, things that we all know in the past, New Englanders here, anything can happen between now and even April in there. But I ran into a little mixed precipitation here even Friday. One part, I went out east. It's Tuesdays and Fridays, Heat Treaters Day. I was out there. It's I'm about 110 miles there east. It's a little less if you went direct, but according to the road, I have to go down 91 and I go out on the Mass Pike east. Usually, there's times I take the Mohawk Trail if I'm going directly over there, but I stopped down at Enfield, Connecticut, which is just over the Mass Connecticut border. Then I went out east after that. Not too bad of a decent time of day because I can really back up on a Friday. And to sum it up, is parts of it you hit sun, and then on the way back, and I hit some rain, and then on top of Windsor Mountain, up on top of Route 9 over there, it was sleeting and snowing, and the ground was covered, and the vehicles were covered, and then I drove off the mountain over there, and then I was doing nothing on the other side over there. So I mean, some real isolated precipitation there Friday.
Yeah, it was that way pretty much all over. I left the house here going up to Sebille, which is only about 7 miles away by road, probably only 3.5 miles by air. Got to go around the tip of the lake to get there. And the sun was shining at my house. I got up there and there was about a half an inch of snow on the ground Friday, but it melted right off real quick. So yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, just that type of time of the year, I guess. Where it gets a little bit spotty and stuff like that. But I guess they're going to call this the winter that never was in there. I mean, I only used the snowblower 20 minutes all winter. That's because the plow didn't know that they didn't. They left it. Wasn't even in the driveway. It was out in the road. I had 5-6 inches of that combination sleet and snow in there. It was a little heavy, and I took the snowblower, cleaned it up out in the front of the driveway. Basically, that's about it. But was the other weekend I drained the gas out of it. I was thinking about putting the gas in my truck in there, a couple of gallons, and just regular gas, and then they shocked us with that possible storm out there. I says, I hope I didn't jinx us.
Yeah, you can still get a lot of snow anywhere up here. One year I can remember when I think it was either April 19th or the 21st, and we got either 21 or 19 inches. I don't remember which way the numbers were, but that was April 18th, 19th or 21st, and we got over 20 inches of snow. So boy, that was really bad up here because the trees had all budded out and everything, and it just ripped down a whole bunch of stuff. But that was probably back in the 70s sometime. So yeah, it can happen, that's for sure.
Yeah, back in the 70s, yeah, I remember we had a couple of good storms And it was one year. It was a lot of school days, and we were going late that year. I think that I think it was the end of June. We had to go to a lot of missed days because of the weather and stuff in there. And I remember it was in the shade to the north, and the ground was still frozen, and it had a little bit of patchy snow. I think at first, I imagine the first week of June, we actually had a little bit of snow. That's rare for this area. You get it in the woods or something there. That's real shaded and a cold, damp area there, and it was still a little bit in there. But well, it's not going to happen this year. I'm getting my bath towels done there this morning here, and when it warms up, I think I'm going for a walk there today. It looks not a cloud in the sky this morning. Well, yeah, a little bit of white streaks at the south of Greylock. That's about it. But you even got a good signal here on 2 meters here this morning. Maybe it's because of the clear skies, I guess.
Yeah, the repeater seems to be coming back here real great this morning. And yeah, I'm about 96, 98 miles away from the repeater, so it's it's good when I get into it. But I do have 13 elements up in the air pointed at it, but still a long ways away.
Didn't you say you were running an amplifier too?
No, this is just an 847, 50 watts out.
Oh, okay. Well, it sounds good. And there with the 13B2 Cushcraft is what I imagine that's what you got there. And yeah, I still got my 5-element beam. I was looking at that. I got it in the shed out there. I've had it in there for years. Out there since I put that little the screwdriver antenna up there. And it works good. I mean, it really is for what it is. It does. It works good out there. Low profile. Got the large ground plane on it. Got it grounded good, and so far so good. Knock on wood. It's been running good. It's affected a little bit by the rain, and if you get snow and stuff there, I guess that's to be expected there. But hey, my new addition to the shack is I got my Astron power supply. It wasn't getting any younger there too. It was kind of old, even though it was working fine. I got a new little switching power supply. There's what I got there, and KA1KTT.
Oh yeah, they're nice. Nice, small profile and everything, and it worked pretty good. Sometimes they're a little noisy on the HF bands, but you can live with that. Yeah, I'm running an old Astron 50 amp with the meters on it here. Works pretty good. I do have one of those little Alincos. I think it's a DM33MV, a little switching power supply. That's kind of a nice little power supply. It works pretty good.
Well, yeah, I know the model number of that is DM-330MV. I think there might